Welcome to your life story, a space to explore the journey from survival to authenticity. I'm Sajine, and here we dive into the raw truths of breaking free from the expectations we've grown up with, rediscovering our voices, and thriving after life's challenges. But this isn't just about my story. It's about life, from relationships and self-discovery to the messy, beautiful questions we all face. No topic is off limits here. So if you're ready to embrace courage, healing, and living life on your own terms, you're in the right place. Let's connect, let's grow. Welcome to the journey. Before we dive in, a quick disclaimer. This podcast is for informational and inspirational purposes only. I'm not a licensed therapist, counselor, or medical professional, and the content shared here is based on personal experiences and insights. If you're facing significant challenges, please seek the support of a qualified professional. Remember, your journey is unique, and you deserve the care and guidance that's right for you. Welcome. I'm excited here today. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you are celebrating that these past few days. And then the massive exodus of everybody going and shopping Black Friday specials that carried on into Saturday. And now, hopefully Sunday, you will rest, get everything ready for a Monday start. And if it's not that way and your schedule's different, adjust accordingly, but you're still very special to me. So today, what we're starting is something that I would like to call navigating the holidays when you're co-parenting with someone who makes everything harder. Oh boy. I bet it must have been really hard for a lot of you because, it's tough because you're navigating the holidays while co-parenting or parallel parenting with someone who makes everything harder. You are not alone. Thanksgiving just passed and maybe your house felt a little too quiet. Maybe you smiled through dinner, but your heart was sitting somewhere else. Maybe like me, your body has gone through this yearly pattern. Your sinuses are flaring up, inflammation, exhaustion, and you can't help but wonder, why does this happen every year? And maybe it's all started after motherhood, after trauma, after stress, after being the one who truly parents. This episode is for you, the one who carries the emotional, physical, and spiritual weight of the season. So I like to talk about this little section here called The Holiday Pain No One Talks About. People love to romanticize the holidays, the lights, the music, the gatherings, which is not bad because I believe the winter months are pretty harsh. And if these things were put in place to make you happy, then I think that's okay. Because I believe as humans, we need to survive, right? But for a lot of us, it's the loneliest season of the year. Especially when you're sharing your children with someone who doesn't parent, they just perform. There's a grief in watching your kids walk out the door. A grief in waking up to silence. A grief in knowing that you will get only half of their winter break when you spent all year giving 100% of yourself. And while everyone else is talking about decorations and gifts, you're trying to keep yourself from breaking. Now, I'd like to talk about this. Now, not every year does it affect me as much, but it still affects me. Why? Because why do the children need to be torn? Now, I'm not talking about divorces where people respect each other and, for mutual decisions, they went their ways, but they're both awesome parents. I'm not talking about them. What I'm talking about is if you came out of an abusive relationship, toxic relationship, it doesn't work that way. Why? Because it was never a relationship. It was just something that you were being used and exploited. And now you have to navigate everything so strategically so you don't get hurt, where people don't see that you're the issue. Because why? The other person loves to get you to react, push your buttons, and if you burst, guess who they're going to check? It's going to be you. So what do? Well, let's figure it out together, because I think it's important to set up your holidays different. What I do is I celebrate 1 week early on all holidays that my children are not with me, because I believe that I can set up my own traditions, and that doesn't make me any less, or it doesn't make the holiday any more special. Why? Because I believe that you should be able to celebrate things just as you would like, and not give the other person the satisfaction that they're ripping things away from you, So let's keep going to my next section called The Co-Parent Who Uses the Holidays to Perform. All right, this one's an interesting one. So there are people that want to be called parents, but they're more like performers. Performers love holidays, not for the meaning, but for the audience. They want to be seen as the fun parent, the involved parent, the holiday hero. They love the pictures, the attention, the storyline. But what they don't do is love. They don't love the responsibility. They don't love the late nights, the emotional needs, the real work, the sacrifice. And sometimes they use holidays to taunt you. So, I don't know if you've had them honking outside your house so the kids run out there, or they're always rushing. They're always doing little jabs. The look, how great I am with our kids energy, while you do 99% of the actual parenting. And that is paying only people like you truly understand. The thing is I like to say I wish people would see that. But in all honesty, I think they do see it, and they just don't want to get involved. Why? Because they see it as a disease, and if they get involved, they're going to get hurt, or it might catch on to them, and they just don't want to be put into that place, which is sad, because you always wish there would be people who would actually say, hey, that's not okay. Institutions that say, nope, you can't do that. It doesn't work that way. So we're going to learn how to navigate our lives and our holidays a little smoother. Next section. Why your body breaks down into winter. Why? Let's talk about your physical health. Because if you're like me, you've noticed that you get sick around October through January every single year. This isn't random. Your body remembers trauma. Your immune system remembers stress. And let's face it, after pregnancy, it never goes back to the old baseline. Cold weather plus emotional load plus holiday pressure equals inflammation. Old exhaustion rises, sinuses flare up, the body collapses under the weight it carried all year. There's nothing wrong with you. Your body's responding to the stress you've been surviving. I guess some people, they go through a lot more colds. The thing is, they always say, things are just caused by viruses. And yes, they are. But if you see here, all these things of trauma or stress weakens your immune system, so it makes it so you are not allowed to fight these viruses. So hence, that's why you get sick. And in the winter, it's harder because, let's face it, it's cold out there. The heater is super dry. And Leaves are falling, dust is everywhere, mold and spores everywhere, and guess what? That's a perfect storm to get you sick. So I think it's important that we check on our bodies during the winter, give it the nourishments it needs, the stress-free environment that you need to relax. I know it's easier said than done. I get it, because everybody's thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to get everything taken care of? But I can tell you, this year I decided just to do everything online. I quickly did everything I needed to do. I knew what my budget was going to be and what I wanted to get. And boom, 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 everything was done. And guess what? I think it was really nice, because now I'm just enjoying the downtime for myself. I go ahead and I love jogging, walking, doing weights, eating right, spending time with a good movie, a book, music. It's stuff that you need in life just to feel better. And I think that's something that we all need to start doing so we can start feeling at our optimal best. Next section is called Being Seen, Heard, and Held. I want to pause here and say this. You're not dramatic. You're not sensitive. You are not weak. You are not failing. You're reacting to a reality that most people will never have to live through. I'll say that again. You are reacting to a reality that most people will never have to live through. Yes, it's unfair. I totally get it. I've told you, people, when I tell them things, they look at me like, I don't see what the problem is. And you're thinking, only you know the reason why you get that way. And when you start seeing certain things fall into place, you're like, see, I wasn't overreacting. I knew this beforehand. And yet people still will say, maybe you're too dramatic, sensitive, weak, or failing. Well, guess what? Toodaloo. I love that verbiage that I heard one of these people say, and I think it's good. And I think it's important to say goodbye to the people who think that you're just too much. I'll ask the other saying, if you think I'm too much, then go find little, or go find less, right? So you're doing the job of two parents. You're carrying the emotional stability of your home. You are the anchor. You are the steady place. Of course your body gets tired. Of course the season hits harder. Of course it overwhelms you. You're human and you deserve to be seen. I don't know about you, but I do a pretty mean role of being a man. Why? Because I will find things that I can repair and do the other heavy stuff that can be done. And in no way am I saying we're going to diminish men. No. Because I know there's lots of great men out there, and if they're doing what they're doing, I commend them. What I'm saying is the personality issue here that thinks that, oh, I don't have to do anything. I just have to look pretty, thinking I'm doing it, but in reality, I'm just going to let the other person do it. And all actuality is they never really wanted to, because all they wanted was one thing. And for some people, it was just your money, your light, your beauty, your greatness. And then once they sucked that all of it out of you, then they moved on. So be careful. Next section. Mind, body, spirit strategies. Okay. This is the part that I want you to start helping yourself, because we can say tons of things. Because I'm telling you, the things that we have to go through, jump so many hoops, especially during the holidays. I'm going to tell you, boundary up, because these people don't care about your boundaries. That's why we fell for their trap. And I'm not going to blame you, or I'm not going to shame you. I'm just going to say we all can fall. because we have such a beautiful heart. But now we're going to figure out ways on how to take care of yourself and how we can prevent these things from happening to us, or at least learn a little bit more so we can navigate out of them. So one part is our mind, right? See what we can do. Name the feeling instead of fighting it. Say, today I feel alone. Today I feel anxious. Naming helps release that. Say it out loud, because from what I've heard is when you say it out loud, your mind confirms it better. 2, create micro moments of joy. Light a candle. Put on soft music. Make a warm drink. Small comforts. Re-regulate the nervous system. Or do what you like. I mean, there's times I like to, dance in my house, put the music up. I like to watch comedy and just laugh it out. Watch a movie just to be cozy with a hot drink, and just relax, or even read a book. 3, set emotional boundaries. You got it. You don't have to pretend you're okay. Sometimes you can say, you know what, I am not feeling good. I'm not okay. You don't need to go into further detail, especially if they're not safe people. If they're safe people, they'll understand. And they won't push you, because they know that once you're ready, you will come talk to them and get some insights. So I want you to know that you're going to be okay and keep going. Now, we're going to work on our physical, which is our body. So if your sinuses are bugging you, let's do some sinus support every night. Use some saline spray, humidifier, warm showers, or scarves to protect your throat. The thing is, or even honey. Honey is so wonderful. The thing is, I believe that us women, sometimes we don't take care of ourselves. We push, and we want to give everybody the best, and yet we deny it from ourselves. How are we supposed to learn that we're going to find a great partner when we deny everything for ourselves and we're always taking care, like we're mothers? And I'm not saying for your children, because your children deserve a mother, but adult men, no. They'll be strong enough, so then both of you are a team. They won't need a parent. 2, gentle movement. Nothing intense, just walking or stretching. You know what? I cannot say anymore about yoga or somatic exercises. These things just help. Tai Chi, oh my goodness. So many of these exercises of well-being just feel so great. Why? Because I feel like we're in a society that we're run, and how dare you didn't go faster. And they're going to tell you, oh, that's okay. I understand you're human and you're not a robot, but you need to go faster. And you're thinking, what did I just hear? So take your time. Do some gentle stuff for your body. Now, warm nourishment. Have soups. There's so many great soups right now. We've gone into the soup era right now. Tons of great ones. Ginger tea. I love tea. It just warms me up. Go ahead, use warm water. Warm water in your body just to have those muscles relax. These calm your stress hormones, because we need to get them down. We can't have them going out of control and hurting you. Now, we're going to practice our spiritual side. Now, these are ones that are for my spiritual people. If you don't believe in God, that's okay. I still respect you. But do something for your spirit, because you still have one. And it deserves respect, kindness, and love. So let's do this. Number 1, slow gratitude. Not forced gratitude, soft gratitude. Meaning, I'm grateful for my breath. I'm grateful for this quiet moment. 2, ask for divine support. God, give me strength for this day. Oh my goodness. It is so important. And you can say it as many times as you want. Doesn't matter what people say. If they get upset, that's okay. Just move because that's what God did. If people got too upset, you move. 3, grounding rituals. Hands on your heart. Breathing with intention. Light a candle. I'm going to give you some homework with some 5 journal prompts. I think it's important for you to take care of yourself. Okay? 1, what emotion am I resisting that actually needs to be felt? 2, what would I tell a friend who is going through the same situation? 3, what part of me needs the most compassion this holiday season? 4, what would it look like to protect my peace, even in small ways? 5, how can I nurture my body more gently this winter? Those are very important questions because I believe when we don't do these type of questions, then we can end up neglecting ourselves. So let's move into our little meditation. Let's take a moment to breathe. Sit comfortably. Place your hand on your heart. Inhale slowly. Hold. Exhale softly. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. The warmth of your palm. The steadiness inside you. Now imagine a soft light, a warm, gentle, comforting, settling over you. The light represents peace, strength, protection. With every inhale, breathe in peace. With every exhale, release heaviness. Say softly, I am safe. I'm supported. I'm allowed to rest. I'm allowed to feel. I'm allowed to heal. Let the light fill your chest, your shoulders, your throat, your mind. You're grounded. You are held. And you will get through this season, not by being hard on yourself, but by being gentle. Doesn't that feel wonderful? You can come out of it, your meditation, and just wiggle your toes and your hands and open your eyes. Feel that peace. You know, I know we weren't looking for this in our lives. What we wanted was a family of our own, a spouse who was there for us and loved us. We wanted that extended family where we could have fun and talk and just be together. Unfortunately, sometimes things don't work the way we want them to. But fortunately, it made us even bigger and stronger. I'm not going to say you had to be hurt to become strong. No, the strength was always within you. The thing is we gave somebody too much of a benefit of doubt, and their microaggressions and abuse tore us down little by little, and we forgot our strength. We're strong, and we just need to keep going. But if you want to cry, cry. Have that great cry sesh. Get in that shower, cry it all out. Why? Because we're going to do two things at the same time. We're going to release our emotions and also relax our muscles and even smell good when we come out, right? Because we love our shampoos and our body wash. I know it's hard. I would love to hear some of your stories. What did you go through this holiday? Or what did you go through all the other holidays that were so hard on you and all you wanted was the best? Or you can tell me stories about what you do to make your holidays even more special for your children when you have them. You know, have you made your own holidays? Have you adjusted them like I have? So that way the holidays don't get missed. That way you know that the other person can't say, oh, poor girl, she's all home alone. So I'm just going to try to be kind of cool with her, but not really, you know. Have you ever had them come and just drop them off at your house, even though they're supposed to be with them, just because they want to go shopping and they don't want to take the kids because, you know, the kids are kids. They love stuff. And they figured, oh, she can, feed them and give them the attention. But the thing that they don't understand is not only are you in pain, but you have your own errands to do. And they just think, oh, who cares? She has no life. And you're thinking, oh, whoa. I do have it. But when I have my kids, I coordinate my time. So everything's okay. But for you just to toss them like it's nothing, it's not okay, you know? And the thing is, no child should ever have to feel like they're a burden to anyone. I always say, you know what? I love you and I will adjust and I'll keep moving forward. And the thing is I could ask for respect, but isn't that why we got here in the first place? It's because they never really respected us. The thing is, they threw all this love bombing, all this future faking, how they were all super nice, and yet their words never matched their actions. And because you're such a beautiful heart, you always forgave or wanted to be a mentor. Not anymore. If people want mentors, then guess what? Get in line, make an appointment, and then I'll be your mentor. But if not, no, because I know a lot of people who have taken advantage of that. And that was one of them was my ex, and that's not okay. It's never okay. Thank you for spending this time with me. If your holidays don't look like the movies, if you're navigating co-parenting, parallel parenting with someone who fights you instead of supports you, I see you. You matter, and you're not alone. Be gentle with yourself this season. Your body is tired because you've been strong for too long. I love you, I'm proud of you, and I'm here with you, walking this path together. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share it with someone who might need it or reach out to connect. And until next time, thank you for being here in your life story with your host, Sajine.